COVID leitaba iramdam mo eminasi.
Closed for a total of 21 days in October. No arrest has been made on Atuan Abonmai murder case despite heavy security deployment at Tamenglong headquarters. India reported 29,616 new coronavirus infections, 290 fresh fatalities in the last 24 hours. And women's rights activist author Kamla Bhasin passes away at 75. Hello and good evening. Welcome to ELITETV English News. This is UTPALA Konsam. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Banks in India will remain closed for 21 days in October on account of festivals and weekends as per the Reserve Bank of India RBI calendar. Out of the 21 days, 14 are RBI issued bank leaves, while the remaining 7 include Sundays and 2nd and 4th Saturdays. Bank holidays vary state-wise and aren't necessarily observed by all banks. State security forces have not been able to arrest the culprits involved in executing the heinous crime even after 3 days' death of prominent leader Atuan Abonmai, who was killed mercilessly on 22nd September near his native village in Tamenglong during Go to Hills program, which was attended by Chief Minister N. Biren Singh himself. According to a report received by ELITETV, the security forces that left for Tamenglong from Imphal are currently stationed at 5th Manipur Rifles Battalion campus, Tamenglong ground and schools, maintaining strict visuals of any unwanted incidents. As part of security measures taken up by state government, heavy security forces from Imphal has been deployed at Tamenglong district headquarters on 23rd and 24th September after Zilangrong Baudi, advisor and former President Atuan Abonmai, was murdered in a suspicious manner by suspected NSC and IM. On the other hand, no news of any operation being conducted by the security forces to arrest the culprits involved has been so far reported. State government has also announced that the culprits involved in the heinous crime will not be spared and will be arrested at the earliest. If we keep on trying hard and never give up, then one day we will become a successful person, said UPSC All India 578 rank in civil service exam Haikrujam Prasanjit. Speaking in an interview with ELITETV, Haikrujam Prasanjit, born and brought up at Harangoithong under Nauria, Pakhanglakpa Assembly Constituency, further said he has been a hard-working and education enthusiastic student since childhood. He studied at St. Joseph English School till class 10 and HRD for his higher secondary education. His father, Haikrujam Navakumar Singh, is a retired inspector of police, and his mother, Pangabam Ibemu Devi, worked at PWD as a contract employee. It was Prasanjit's 4th UPSC attempt in which he managed to crack in time. Prasanjit maintained that he will fulfill his duty in the interest of the people.
Services sang base ay piingay dagi tum sida interest lay hai tare koi successful candidates ingi mogi ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯒꯥꯖꯤꯟꯁꯇꯒ ꯐꯣꯡꯕ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯚ꯭ꯌꯨꯒ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯃꯥꯖꯀꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯒꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯣꯜꯁ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯔꯦꯁꯄꯣꯟꯁꯤꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯀꯩꯀꯩ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯄꯥꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯅꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯈꯜꯂꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯤꯚꯤꯜ ꯁꯔꯚꯤꯁꯦꯁꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯒꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯛꯄꯅꯦ ꯔꯥꯏꯇꯤꯡ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯁꯤꯔꯤꯁꯀꯨꯝꯕꯗꯤ ꯇꯧꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯛꯇꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠꯇ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯦꯁꯟꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯗꯥꯎꯟꯂꯣꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯏꯁꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯦꯕ ꯄꯔꯁꯅꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯇꯦꯁꯀꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯦꯁꯤꯐꯤꯀꯦꯂꯤ ꯃꯣꯛ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯚ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯀꯨꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯇꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯛꯇꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯗꯤꯜꯂꯤꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯛ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯚ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯒ ꯀꯟꯐꯤꯗꯦꯟꯁ ꯈꯔ ꯕꯤꯜ ꯑꯞ ꯇꯧꯅꯕꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ 2018 ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯇꯦꯝꯞꯀꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯗꯣ ꯊꯥꯔꯨꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯍꯜꯂꯛꯑꯒ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ ꯌꯨꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯄꯔꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯁꯁꯨ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯈꯤꯗꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯂꯤꯖꯤꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯇꯦꯁ UGC ꯂꯧꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯋꯤꯠ JRF ꯀ꯭ꯂꯤꯌꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯦꯕ
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯄꯨꯂꯤꯁꯇ ꯁꯥꯔꯚꯤꯁꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯃꯥꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯁꯨ ꯉꯝꯈꯤꯗꯦ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ ꯃꯃꯥꯒ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯇꯝꯕꯗꯗꯤ ꯁꯨ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯆꯪꯕꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯈꯔꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯝꯄꯤꯇꯤꯁꯟꯁꯤꯡꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯁꯨ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯪꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ 9ꯗ ꯍꯧꯔꯒ 10ꯒ 12ꯒꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯉꯝꯃꯦ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯍꯣꯁꯇꯦꯜꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯨꯜꯅ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯗꯅ चही 5 अदम हॉस्टल लेरे अदम एक्सपेंडिचर याम चक्रे मागी इंस्पायर स्कॉलरशिप तुन मेंटेन तरुगा याम
ngang di mase dum dai ta thawa yok jab hai gadra dum la e ban mase magi dum ozana pre ko hong wa khundem hangde magi adu pek to biro di sa ko ga san da ko ma dum dai ta thawa yok jab ma magi dum ma ma sa gi tok tok ma le jab ni na ba ko magi da ma ta di yam na kan na yam na wa ba khina yam magi da ta di yam wa ba si oi gi tre ba dum ma ma sa dum khong na ma nai na dum to na ko ta na.
Like-minded group LMG Manipur has donated a sum of 8,000 rupees to the destitute family of Loitongbam Ranjit of Tera Sadokpam Lekai under Patsoi Assembly Constituency, Imphal West, for the time being, said LMG Publicity Secretary Rakesh Naurem. Speaking on the occasion, Group Secretary Sorokhaibam Ojit said that COVID-19 pandemic has worsened the lives of families surviving on daily wages. As a human being, we should support each other at the time of need, he added. Group Treasurer Sanjoy Chongtham, Assistant Secretary Ningumbam O Ranibala Devi, Group Members Salam Chaubo Luwang, Salam O Bhajani, KK Wahingbam, Leo Namayrakpam also took part in the occasion.
Hingbada sangiba pochang punamak leiraga chariba imung kayadadi corona marak asida awawi matakta awaba gi pawasi ekoi STV da ujaba asidajida ekoi like-minded group LMG na kunga mayak suba kengbang oina executive council na ekoi warep narga khudake kengbang ekoi lupa lising taret Manipur ta leibiba mayamna ekoi rajniti ga khuba miyeng dharma ga khuba miyeng jati ga khuba miyeng na awaba tarbasing ase lilagum kumahigum yengduna lekhopagi chanabise mangalji ekoi miyoi mateng pangbada ai kanaba khara phangani khalaga mateng pangwi thabukse masi tawbiganu as a humanity as a human being moina awaba tarbasing de tengbang ba haibise.
All Thobal District United Clubs Organization Aduko in association with Progressive Farmers Union Kakmayai planted 3 saplings at Yaripo Kakmayai under the aegis of Amuko in connection with the 125th birth anniversary of Hijam Irabot today. Around 650 tree saplings were planted with participation of Atuko President Rajin Loitam, Advisor Dr. Maibam Rajendro, Lairong Them, Ningil, Gram Panchayat, ex-Pradhan Salam Kumar and many other people. On the other hand, United Club Organization Peace and Development Hairok, Ukopad, SCASDO Hairok and Maira Paibi under the aegis of Amuko and Aduko also planted 3 saplings at Hairok in connection with Hijam Irabot's birth anniversary. Oripok Apunbalup UAL strongly condemned the merciless killing of Ziliangrong Baudi advisor and former President Atwan Abonmai after being abducted during Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's Go to Hill program at Tamenglong on 22nd September and maintained that the incident shows the weakness of Manipur police and the government, where the prominent leader was abducted right in front of their eyes. UAL also demanded to arrest the culprit involved in committing this heinous crime and award befitting punishment by the law of the land at the earliest. All Manipur Students' Union AMSU closed down Directorate of Minorities and Other Backward Classes Office for not endorsing pre- and post-matric scholarship today. Speaking to media persons at AMSU office in connection with the closing of MOBC office, AMSU Vice President Laishram Athoba said they have already notified the Director MOBC through a written letter to endorse the scholarship from 7th September, including a 15 days time limit by AMSU President to turn it into work. However, despite crossing the time limit, the department didn't take up any appropriate work in connection with the scholarship endorsement. Thus, the union was left with no choice but to close up today.
COVID pandemic adugi matik chaitheng sunange aduga scholarship ki sempham sing asa masi khara da orbusu akogi laik tambada mating ojagadabdo masi thadok tabana maram orakanda mahiroi kaya di adugi matik laik tamba tokpagi phim da forward laksale akogi income khaga lakcharamba imung manung nomagi surga chasarba adugum laba mahiroi singi imung manung do wabo oi rai tare scholarship ki sempham sing asa masi matam chana pithok taba asa masi laibak thibani mahiroi singi right matpi ganu mahiroi singi akogi adum laba phampham thokpa sing asa masi phanghandana akogi government na tumin election ba sa masi maram chade akoina cholonsan jiram bibasi akogi ahanba khongthang ni hairiba scholarship ki sempham sing asa masi pithok taw targa di hena kanba khongjang sing sem saga lei habsing asigi press media ki khuthangda mai lenaba department amdi Manipur laingakta akoi appeal to.
Representatives of the coordinating body of Kurai and members of Kurai Panna called on Chief Minister N. Biren Singh at his office today and discussed about the development in different areas of Kurai. Chief Minister Biren Singh was also apprised about the benefits that are being provided under various schemes in Kurai constituency. Intending candidate of Patsoi Assembly constituency, Wahingbam Dinesh Chandra observed 105th birth anniversary of Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay at his residence at Patsoi Part 2 today. Iron tin sheets and rice were also distributed to each household of the constituency on the occasion. Floral tribute was also paid at the portrait of Pandit Deen Dayal during the observance. Speaking on the occasion, Dinesh Chandra said he has provided the aid as a mark of respect to Pandit Deen Dayal ideology to help the poor and needy people, and added that he will continue to provide aid in the future.
BJP ki founder asigi Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay asigi cha manga subasi Bharat pumbada koi mahaki kumon asi pangthok naribani karakata mayam singsna aihaka khusam nazaraga asigum laba mathauna maringjel leiraba akoi bu chingbiramba Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay asigi mapona mechi akoi na su angamba mahaki maphamda hai lei khara kachabani hariba Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay asina mahana pamjabadi akoi gi kana lejadraba lairaba singbu mahana yamna support tawbasi mahana tawsu tawbirami adu mahana tawjabisu pamjabani kendra sida leiriba nungsijaraba BJP bu nungsibiba ichinaw mayam singsiga punchalaga ngasi ekhoina Deen Dayal Upadhyay sigi mapona mera sida kana Patsoi kendra sida leiraba yamna sotha horaba ekhoigi ngamjaba mahaku ningsingbagi oina ngamjaba khudol khara ngasi kana lejadraba haidi lairaba imung singsida ihana khudol tam.
It's time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Rohan Film cyclists and philanthropists na Cycling for Humanity campaign gi makhada khunai asigi sotharaba kanglup singbu tengbang duna lakli. Reading e-ride na paikhat chariba One Household, One E-Scooter campaign asidasu hena mapung fanaba mateng pangminers.
Manipur gumba pikraba state asidadi ekoina chachok chachin tawriba jaga singsi khutna lamba phumba jaga da ngaktoba maram aduna mayamgi damakta leijare environmental friendly oiriba adongi perfect partner e-scooter. One Household, One E-Scooter. High-level campaign sida mayam khudimaksu sharuk yamdasi.
For more queries, please visit our showroom at Sangai Pronintem Call, Moirang Patlo or Tobal Atokpam. And do visit our website arambai2020.com or Arambai2020 app.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. National People's Party NPP General Secretary Nurul Hassan distributed unemployment allowances for the differently abled persons of Khetrigao Assembly constituency today at his residence at Top Khongnang Makhong Khetri Awanglekai, Imphal East. The unemployment allowances fund was distributed to 84 differently abled persons of polling station 14 of the constituency. Speaking in connection with the occasion, Nurul Hassan maintained that the further unemployment allowances of 1,000 rupees will be distributed every month, as well as houses for every differently abled persons of the constituency will be ventured.
Hairiba singasigi facilitation to oina facilitate tawnaba oina school lama inkhatuna facilities lona provide tawdana awgopa haiba saigi achekpa adum laga pandama makhatni differently able singi oiba streamline tawnaba policy ma putroga hairiba policy do Manipur implement tawramba haiba saigi achekpa pandama makhatni differently able Khetrigao gel ngasi polling kunga mapan lemhori base second phase ta amukka tawduna ngasi piriba facility simak hairiba lemhori ba polling kunga mapan maitei sinau singi polling kunga nipan amadi polling kabri sinau singi polling makhoiga amukka na unaduna makhoigi so hairiba facility singase chap manana provide tawnana ba gi tawram leizari.
Nehru Yuva Kendra Churachandpur, in collaboration with Churachandpur District Police, organized a mega Fit India Freedom Run today. The run was flagged off by the SP Churachandpur Shivanand Survey after taking pledge by the participants from Saihengjang Village Playground to Peace Ground to mark the birth anniversary of Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. 25 district police personnel and 30 NYK volunteers joined in the Freedom Run. Decrying over non-repairing of Imphal-Jiri Road National Highway 37, drivers warned of to put down steering from 27 September 6 a.m. All Jiri Road Transport Development Union Manipur General Secretary L. Manitom said that the union took the decision to put down steering as the government has failed to repair the Imphal-Jiri Road when the union went to inspect whether the repairing work has begun or not. Recall maybe that the driver union has pointed out that bad condition of the road as well as written letters to NHIDCL and concerned authorities. However, they have turned blind eye to their demands, wherein the union and drivers plying on the road have already warned to put down steering on 10 September if the road, especially the worst damaged section, is not repaired by 25th September.
Imphal-Jiri lambigi phattaba phiyom asi imatangda NHIDCL amadi Manipur government da aikoina lambi asi simbiu haina haijakiba matungina kaigumba simbidragadi tang 15 fawda simbidragadi aikoi cheliba tata driver sing stain thadakwa khunging changhalagani haina haigiba matungina ngasi all Jiribam road transport driver union gi team mamana Imphal-Jiri lambi jiri dagda khongsang bau chatna yensambada Kaigimo Semagi Mami Amata Tadaba Marum Oraga, all Jiribam road transport driver in an Amadi, Imphal-Jiri Cheliba driver sing, Tinasina Pulaga, Tang Contraca Puntavi, stand fight away from him to Lagani.
Sigilabi Patabita, the Handaki, driver Lena, Adigi Koi driver Mayamna, Manipur government, Adigi companies, Lambi Usu Pari companies, Lambi Senti Nabaka, Hana Pinto, ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯊꯧꯔꯒ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯄꯨꯕ ꯆꯠꯄꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯤꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯇꯥꯡ 15 ꯑꯗꯨ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯇꯥꯡ 13ꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯡ ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯕ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯆꯠꯇꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯔ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯁꯥꯃꯛ
Workers' Worship Program of Jangemlung Panmai intending candidate 53 ST Assembly Constituency Tamenglong 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly 2022 was held at Luangchom 2 village under None district today. Speaking on the occasion, Jangemlung Panmai mentioned that he will contest the upcoming general election and assured to the general public to make satisfying every development program. Further, he apologized to the people for unsatisfactory work. According to one of the supporters, Hopsan Gonmai of Jangemlung Panmai, speaking to the media person, said that 116 households of Luangchom Part 2 support to Jangemlung Panmai whether BJP ticket or not. As a part of the program, Kaikwang Jinang, ex-MDC Dailong segment, said that he will award an amount of 1 lakh rupees to those segments who cast the highest vote among the 7 segments of Tamenglong district. Supports of Jangemlung Panmai villagers of Awungkhul Part 1 and other surrounding villagers also took part in worship program. During the program, face masks, sanitizers were distributed to the attendees. India reported 29,616 new coronavirus infections in the last 24 hours, taking its overall COVID-19 tally of cases to 3,36,24,419, while the active cases rose by 1,280 to reach 3,01,442, according to data from the Union Health Ministry on Saturday. With 290 fresh fatalities, the COVID-19 death toll climbed to 4,46,658. India's COVID recovery rate currently stands at 97.78%, highest since March 2020. Active COVID cases account for less than 1% of total cases, currently at 0.90%. Meanwhile, Assam reported 7 more deaths due to COVID-19 infection and 406 new positive cases in the last 24 hours. Confirming the news, Assam Health Minister Keshav Mahanta in a tweet on Friday said the new cases were detected out of 61,092 tests. The state's overall positivity percentage stood at 0.66%. Assam's COVID-19 recovery rate stood at 98.25% on Friday. On the other hand, Mizoram on Friday reported 1,257 new COVID-19 cases, 37 less than the previous day, with the tally rising to 85,366, an official said. The death toll rose to 285 as 7 more people have succumbed to the infection. Mizoram now has 14,997 active cases, while 70,084 people have recovered from the infection. At least 751 people have recovered from the infection on Friday. The recovery rate among COVID-19 patients is 82% and the death rate is 0.33%. The state has conducted more than 10.51 lakh sample tests for COVID-19 till date. Meghalaya on Friday also reported 3 more COVID-19 deaths and 184 new positive cases in the last 24 hours. With the new cases, Meghalaya's COVID-19 positive tally increased to 80,430. On Friday, Meghalaya reported 159 new recoveries. With these recoveries, a total of 77,051 people have recovered from the deadly disease in the state so far. The disease has claimed the lives of a total of 1,389 people in Meghalaya. Meghalaya currently has a total of 1,990 active COVID-19 cases. Feminist activist, author and a stalwart of the women's rights movement in India, Kamla Bhasin, passed away on Saturday morning. She was 75. The feminist icon was diagnosed with cancer a few months ago. Activist Kavita Srivastav in a tweet said, Kamla Bhasin, the dear friend, passed away around 3 a.m. today. This is a big setback for the women's movement in India and the South Asian region. She celebrated life whatever the adversity. Kamla will always live in their hearts, in sisterhood, which is in deep grief, Srivastava added. Born on April 24, 1946 in Rajasthan, Bhasin is best known for her work with Sangat, a feminist network, and her poem, Kyunki Main Ladki Hoon Mujhe Padhna Hai. A social scientist by training, she was actively engaged with issues related to development, education, gender, media, and several others for over 35 years. Bhasin began her work for the empowerment of the rural and urban poor in 1972 with a voluntary organization in Rajasthan. She also worked with the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO of the UN. She resigned from her job at the UN in 2002 to work with Sangat, which works with underprivileged women from rural and tribal communities, often using non-literary tools such as plays, songs, and art. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's net worth as of March 31, 2021 stood at 3.07 crore rupees, a jump of 22 lakh rupees from 2.85 crore rupees in June last year, as per the latest declarations. His bank balance stood at 1.5 lakh rupees as against 3.38 lakh rupees last year, while his fixed deposits rose to 1.86 crore rupees, Prime Minister's office revealed. Indian Army personnel who set out to scale the Santopan peak in Uttarakhand's Gangotri National Park have found the body of a mountaineer. The deceased is suspected to be a part of an expedition of the Army sent to scale the same peak in 2005, in which some mountaineers had gone missing, a senior Army officer said. It's time for another short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Tamo, kaino lo sandribo? As karanga na sasiya na harago.
Kaino isibo? Kaisa punai isibo?
Hima. COVID ki vaccine kap thok se na ngana du phasna hainai dudi.
Ai haksang ka stok de. Ai kapoy. Nate haksang ka stok do ba ingoni da kapa ke ka de no. Ai kapoy haisine.
Tamo, narak dringai dana isana hana sexil hobna phatro. Kap thok puna phatabra ba.
Ho yare, section bana dum kapuro. Ai kapoy.
As khangdre da. Kamai ngana do no khangdre ai. Phare, adu de ai chalu khige. Pungo, mama inda kapuge ko, papa ga leramo.
COVID-19 laisat asigi ngakthok nabagi damak COVID ki vaccine kapana laisat asigi mari lenaba laina laisat singdagi ngakthok sabangami masida natana laisat asina sanghandana nabagi damak matam gi sarkarna pirakpa sana kakmon sing aikhoi ngakna satminarasi Cowin apps ta register to piduna adomsu suksoi soidana vaccine asi kapthok piu COVID ki vaccine kapthok tuna COVID laitaba iramdam mo heminarasi
aikhoi vaccine kaplese aikhoi vaccine kaplese aikhoi vaccine kaplese hangi punchi sakhat khong hanjilasi jati khai den corona lanjang thengnerase aikhoi vaccine kaplese corona dingsi punchi sakhat mai kaida
Asingmune, aikhoi pone vaccine kap thokuna corona de ngak thokuna hani gi punsibo hanjano hanabada adon sorok yabi.
Welcome back. Let's continue with the updates. IIT Guwahati has expelled a student who has been accused of raping a female student on campus, observing that it was necessary to confer exemplary punishment. Earlier last month, the accused had been granted bail by the Guwahati HC, which observed that while there was a clear prima facie case, both the victim and accused were the state's future assets. Chief Minister's Special Vigilance Cell has arrested 10 persons on charges of their involvement in the Cash for Jobs scam in Assam Power Distribution Company Limited, APDCL. Sleuths of Chief Minister's Special Vigilance Cell on Friday conducted a search operation at 4 areas in Guwahati city and arrested at least 10 persons in connection with the case. Officials said 3 persons were arrested from the Jalukbari area, 4 from Basista area, 1 from Chandmari area, and 2 persons were picked up from Dispur area of the city. APDCL OSD Dipankar Dingia was among the 10 arrested persons. Dipankar has been working as an officer on special duty at the APDCL since 2006. The Civil Aviation Ministry has released an interactive drone airspace map demarcating yellow and red zones across India. Drone operations in yellow zone require permission from the concerned Air Traffic Control Authority. Red zone is no drone zone, within which center's permission is needed for operating drones. There is no permission required for operating drones in green zone up to 400 feet. At the UN General Assembly, India said India keeps hearing Pakistan is victim of terrorism. It is a country which is an arsonist disguising itself as firefighter. Pakistan nurtures terrorists in its backyard in the hope that they will only harm its neighbors. India further said, adding Osama got shelter in Pakistan. Even today, Pakistan leadership glorifies him as martyr. 2 Canadian citizens who were detained by China for more than 1,000 days have been released. This comes after Canada freed Huawei CFO Meng Wanzhou, who had been arrested on a US warrant. Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor were detained in December 2018 by China after Vancouver police arrested Wang Zhao. PM Narendra Modi is in his first in-person meeting with US President Joe Biden, raised a number of issues involving the Indian community, including access for Indian professionals in the US. In that context, he mentioned H-1B visa. Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla said, H-1B visa allows US companies to employ foreign workers, including thousands of Indian IT professionals each year. As Joe Biden met PM Narendra Modi at the White House for their first in-person bilateral meeting, the US President also said that the Indian press is much better behaved than American press. The leaders discussed building a strategic partnership and working together with regional groupings, including ASEAN and Quad members, to promote shared interests in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. Before we wind up for the day, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Banks to remain closed for a total of 21 days in October. No arrest has been made on Atwan Avonmai murder case despite heavy security deployment at Tamenglong headquarters. India reported 29,616 new coronavirus infections, 290 fresh fatalities in the last 24 hours. And women's rights activist author Kamla Bhasin passes away at 75. That's all for today. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News. Stay safe and have a great evening.